You want to know what I strongly dislike? When people say,
Start being you!
You gotta be yourself.
like it's some simple task or something you could fix overnight. In order to be yourself, first, you have to find yourself.
How can I be myself if I don't even know myself?
Think about it. Think about all the stuff we do just for attention. Think about how we change our appearance just to be attractive to one person or a group of people.
Sometimes your environment is the biggest contributor to your lack of peace, your lack of career progression, your poor mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health. And it is directly influencing how you connect with people and how you treat them.
Everybody always speaks about how they hate their 9 to 5, their regular job. But nobody talks about why the 9 to 5 is so detrimental to us all. We all know they pay you little to no money and cause you to struggle and live paycheck to paycheck.
A lot of people that work 9 to 5s that have a great life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm sure.
Working a 9 to 5 puts your mind in a box. Even though you hate the job, hey, it pays the bills. So you're comfortable with that. And you feel like if you don't have your 9 to job, you're going to be doing worse anyways. Who wants to do that? But in order to keep the job, you have to follow their rules. Be there at a certain time, wear a certain uniform. And it don't make it any better if you don't get along with the coworkers. So at some point, you adapt to the environment. When you clock in and you start daily tasks at the job, you aren't yourself anymore. You follow rules and regulations so you won't get fired. And we all know being yourself will make it nearly impossible to get along with all the coworkers.
How many times have you pulled up to work and just sat in the parking lot because you had to get your head together before you walked in and hurt somebody?
So not only are you being fake with the customers, the managers, and the bosses, the supervisors, you're being fake with your fellow employees.
Start being you!
And once again, I learned this the hard way. When I was a teenager, I was working at a job. Super friendly. I was being myself, being positive, trying to uplift the negative people in the environment. One day, a beautiful girl started working there. We started working side by side eventually, and we got close, exchanged social media, phone numbers, all of the above. We started hanging out outside the work. Then we started doing, so sooner or later, she found out I was a private person. I told her, when we get to work, let's not bring our relationship to work. Let's just be co-workers and keep it cordial. And naturally, she started getting close to other people, other females. They would have girl talk. And we know how girl talk is. They talk about the other men that work at the job. My name was brought up. Not one thing nice was said about me. Them girls was saying all crazy stuff. They said I was lame, corny, annoying, all of the above. So my girlfriend at the time, she told me. So I kind of shut down. When I went to work, I wasn't myself anymore. I started adapting to the environment, started being fake just so I can be liked by others, just so I won't hate the job more. I didn't want it to be more stressful being there. And then the women that was talking about me the most had the nerve to come up to me, ask me if I'm okay, ask me if I'm feeling well. If you don't get it hurt my feelings. When you try to be a good person and people still find stuff that's wrong with you, it's a hard pill to swallow, but you will never truly be happy until you start being yourself. But in order to get to that place, you have to separate yourself.
No one has ever seen anyone get their together. What happened was that person disappeared. You didn't see him or hear from him for a while, and all of a sudden they pop back up and they was looking better, feeling better, and doing better. You're like, oh, you don't hear a tree grow.
We are all easily influenced, so we have to delete them apps. Instagram, Facebook, not YouTube, okay? Keep YouTube. You have to get off those apps first because of the common distractions. They're trying to control us with fear, keep us focusing on irrelevant news, keep us insecure by comparing ourselves to others. It almost feels like they want us to be sheep and not have a mind of our own.
Master the art of cutting off all distractions around you and staying locked in no matter what. You be driving for some cat, can't do it. What you say, you trying to go out to the club, can't do it. Bro, it's okay to have fun. It's okay to indulge in other things outside of work. But you gotta understand that one time that you go out, that one time that you sleep in, the one time you stay up all night drinking, the one time you smoke all day, that'd be that one time that your whole month up. Your whole year.
Once you unlock that box and find out who you are, you will have less connections with people. You will become unrecognizable, less relatable. That's why I hate when people claim to want to be different. You don't want to be different. It's a lonely life. People want to stand out and stick out wherever they go. No, you don't. People want to be celebrities, but they don't want to deal with the negativity that come with. Celebrities are criticized, bashed for every little thing they do, constantly in the spotlight, even the times they don't want to be bothered. They can't even just go outside and dump the trash without paparazzi right there.
It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
We're in the sidewalk, Joseph.
I don't give a...
Get out of here, guys. Dude,
Get off the property!
Will you leave me alone?
Yeah.
And the truth is, most people don't have an identity. All they do is follow the rules and follow trends. And if that's you, there's nothing wrong with that. You're just relaxing and coasting through life. Do your thing. When I finally found out who I was, it was not all great. I found myself debating with people about a lot of stupid things, a lot of talking points that content creators have. So they picked up all these talking points from just watching social media all the time. I would argue with men. I would say, ain't nothing wrong with taking a woman on a date. The men would say, no, all women are gold diggers. I'm not giving her no money. She just want a free meal. Influenced by the internet. And I would argue with women. I would tell them, if your man don't like what you're wearing, if you're showing too much skin or too much cleavage, change, show him respect. And they would say, no, he controlling. I'm a grown woman. I do what I want. Influenced by the internet. Arguing with someone who doesn't have a mind of their own is a waste of time. Trust me. But I sympathize with them because I've been there.
And so that's it.